Here we go. I just woke up, so please excuse please excuse my sleepy face. But I wanted to get on here and record this because I feel like when I'm making these videos, I'm making them partially for you guys and partially for myself. I want to remember this feeling. So today is April 18th, and I had my first ever, you guys can't even see me, well, I know I'm clear. I had my first ever Project Runway audition, and it didn't go as planned. I can't even say that it went as planned because the plan was to actually have the audition, and I didn't get to have the audition because I didn't have like physical garments. I only had a portfolio. Anyway, long story short, I wanted to make sure that I climbed on here and just like documented this exact feeling that I have right now, and also say that it's crazy because sometimes in life you make certain decisions out of whether it's fear or protection of self, and sometimes, you know, you have people who help you and they also, within the last week or so, I have had to make a lot of decisions, which taught me a lot about myself because I realized I'm not really a decision maker, and I rely on a lot of other people's opinions and assistance to help me make decisions. And sometimes in life you're gonna have to make some tough decisions where you're not going to be 100% sure where these decisions may take you or what's going to happen next, but in your heart you want the best for you and the overall situation. And so sometimes you just kind of make a faulty decision because you're trying to protect yourself and others and everything like that. Anyway, going back to this, because I am going to get off topic. Going back to this, I woke up this morning very hopeful and very optimistic. I had like done this whole like get in your zone thing, and then I woke up and went early to my audition just to be turned away. And it reminded me very much of something that has happened to me in the past where I tried out for something and I was told that I basically wasn't good enough or that I couldn't do it because of X, Y, and Z. And it just reminded me all the time of like how much so I compare myself to being an underdog, where it's like you're constantly having people or things push against you. Like you're not one of those people who is like, I don't want to say that because then the universe is going to hear me, but it almost seems like you're one of those people where life has a way of testing you every single time that you come into a different situation, just to see how strong you are, just to see how much of a warrior you are. And I just remember after the audition calling my mom and being like, man, Mom, I kind of feel like I'm being punished because of this decision that I made, or I kind of feel like I'm being punished because of all the different things that's been going on in this moment in time, and so now like I can't get my way. And it just reminds me that sometimes you're not always going to get your way, and things aren't going to always work out the way that you plan them to or that you want them to, but you cannot stop giving up on your dreams because someone tells you no, or someone doesn't allow you to do something that you really wanted to do, or whatever the adversity is. The great thing about adversity is that it only makes you stronger, and sometimes you're gonna have to take on so much adversity in order for you to get to the next level in your life. And I feel like I like was super sleepy and like sad and like feeling like down. And it's crazy because you never realize like how many different blessings come in your way or in your path in a present moment until like, yeah, I went to that audition this morning. I didn't even get an opportunity to audition, and that really sucks. And I didn't feel great about it. But at the same time, I'm about to get ready for my very first art show and I haven't painted since God knows when. And so now here I go. There's another opportunity. It's just like, I guess the best way to explain it sometimes is that there are as many ups as you're going to have in your life. You're going to have some super lows. And those super lows, depending on how you deal with those super lows, really determine your strength as a person. Yeah, I am still kind of sad. But I could, treat it as the very end of the chopping block for me. I could treat it as the very end of the road for me, but I'm not going to. And the reason why I'm not going to is because I know how great I am. Like, I know how great of a person I am. I know how special of a person I am. And I know that I can't continue to sit around and like either allow people to determine certain things for me, or me not be able to determine certain things for myself, or even me continue to accept no for an answer. It just makes, I know for some people when you have negativity or adversity, it makes you want to quit. And then there's some people that when you have negativity or adversity, it's fuel. And that's what it is for me, fuel. Because I know that my purpose is greater than myself. And I know that me being sad about any of the decisions that I've made within the last couple weeks isn't going to help anyone. In all actuality, it's only going to make situations worse. So, with that being said, I just wanted to get on here and kind of remind us all that sometimes warriors have to do a little bit more mental preparation before they get on certain battlefields. And I'm using battlefields as like certain situations. But in all honesty, you just gotta be prepared for certain things and know how to channel focus. Like even on my audition, I was sitting there watching the Will Smith interview where he was talking about channeling your focus and determination and like having all of this determination. And even after I left and they turned me away, even after I left, I got on the phone and I was calling up like 6 of my clients to find out whether or not they can give me a couple pieces, and calling this other person to find out if I could get access to my clothes, and like still trying. And it just seemed like at every single point it was like, nah, that's not gonna work out. But you can't give up just because something didn't go your way. And if you love something enough, you know that opportunities will continue to thrive and come. And when you love things enough, you continue to nurture it, even though sometimes it feels bad. And if you love it enough, you're going to want to be close to it. And you're going to want to protect it, and you're going to want to be around it, and you're going to want to be there for it. And depending on different situations, sometimes you make mistakes and sometimes it seems like you don't get the fair end of the bargain. But every single day that you are able to open your eyes is an opportunity for you to try again. So, I'm gonna go get ready for my art show. And Project Runway season 16 won't have me on it. Or maybe, let's not say won't. There's still a possibility. But at this present moment right now, it won't have me on it. And that's okay. And I'm okay with that. Because I'll make it another way. I'll create another way for myself. So, yeah. Alright. Look, my camera is like telling me stop filming, but I don't know when you guys are gonna see this, but I'll post this for you guys soon. Alright. Bye guys.